اقرأ وربك الأكرم الذي علم بالقلم علم الإنسان ما لم يعلم.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Allahumma salli wa sallim wa barik ala Sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to a new episode of the SimplyRYQ, Decoding the Arabic Alphabet, brought to you by TVQ.Academy, your borderless school of the Quran. How are you doing, my good friends, my companions in the journey of mastering the Arabic alphabet, through which we pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enables us, eases it for us to be able to read His divinely revealed book with confidence, independently, understand it, put it into practice, and earn His mercy, blessings, and ultimately His pleasure and Jannah. Allahumma ameen. By His mercy and grace, we have significantly progressed. Subhanallah, time flies. Who could believe we are already at chapter number 9? That is the comprehensive sounds of the Arabic alphabet. The comprehensive sounds of the Arabic alphabet, or the chapter of the comprehensive sounds of the Arabic alphabet, we are going to break it into two, inshallah, two parts, part 1 and part 2. Primarily, part 1, we are going to take it from alifun alif, basically hamzatun hamza, all the way to dhal, and then take the remainder or the remaining in part 2, inshallah. Before that, we have so far learned to recognize the individual letter of the Arabic alphabet by their proper names. So here is an example. What you see on the screen is ba'un, ba'. When we started, we called it thrice, 3 times, even though the same name, ba, ba'un, ba. And then as we progress, we drop the first attempt of the names, and then we stick to ba'un, ba. And I have mentioned a few times that when you become comfortable, you will be able to use either of the names, ba or ba'un. And you can see that a few times, and many times, I do mention and call the names using the second attempt, ba, da, tha. As long as I don't say ba, da, tha. As long as we don't say ba, da, tha. Ba, da, tha are not the names. They are the sounds. So we'll have learned, and this is an example. This is ba'un, ba. All right. Ba'un, ba. After learning the names of the individual letters, we also learned that each letter has 4 primary sounds, 3 active, 1 silent. Silent, but it is a sound. And the examples are active sound 1 is fatha, which is when the diacritic is above with a stroke like this. This is ba. And then when it's below, it is bi. And then when it is a little waw on top, it is bu. These are the active primary sounds. And then when it has a circle like this on top, which in Quran, it may look different. I will show you, inshallah, in the future. It is what? Ab. In order to pronounce a silent letter, there must be an active letter before it. So we put any letter here for that purpose, and we say ab. You can also say ib. You can also say ub. Most important, in the Quran, we don't start with and pronounce something. There must be an active sound before any silent letter. All right. So after learning these primary sounds, we have also learned that when an active sound together with a silent sound of the same letter come together, then they produce what? Emphasized sound. And the example is abba, abbi, abbu. Also, as a matter of fact, in the Quran or in Arabic, no letters start with emphasized sounds. But if you see an emphasized sound on top at the beginning of a word, it is because it is connected with the end of the previous word, which we will come across, inshallah, in the future when we start reading effectively. We are already doing well. We are already doing effective progress by Allah's mercy and grace. So Abba, Abbi, Abbu. 4 primary sounds, 3 active, 1 silent. When an active and silent come together, or when a silent and active come together, they become what? They become emphasized. Emphasized can be emphasized with fatha, Abba, emphasized with kasra, Abbi, emphasized with dhamma, Abbu. And then we learned that these primary active sounds, they are single active sounds or single sounds. So these single sounds can be doubled. When they are doubled, the ba becomes ban, the bi becomes bin, the bu becomes bun. And then we mentioned that these double sounds only occurs at the end of complete words, full words. It doesn't occur in the middle of a word. As a matter of fact, this one, then someone will say, what about this ban? This is not the end, right? Yes, this is the rule. The rule is when the double sound is of fatha, alif is added to it. Why is alif added? We will learn that in the future. That's why we go slowly. We don't learn everything at the same time. So single sounds can be doubled, and when they are doubled, they are ba, ban, bi, bin, bu, bun. Now, the single sounds that can be doubled can also be emphasized. So here is a single sound which can be doubled, can be emphasized here. So ba, abba, bi, abbi, bu, abbu. When these that are doubled, ban, bin, bun, they can also be emphasized. And in that case, we have what? Abban, abbin, abbun. Just like these double sounds here can only occur at the end of words, when they are emphasized also, they only occur at the end of words. However, the single sounds or the emphasized sounds, which are not doubled, can happen at the beginning, in the middle, as well as in the end. So, what is the difference in this chapter number 9? Because this is what we have learned so far from chapter number 1 to the end of chapter number 8. Now we are chapter number 9. Anyone who has been following us from the beginning until here, this should make sense to them. They don't have to crack their mind to understand this. So if you have been following us and still you cannot get what I just summarized, then there is possible of 2 issues. Either you were not practicing and also not actively engaged with us and reading and loudly practicing, or I didn't explain properly. If I did not explain properly, I humbly invite you to let me know in the comments where is it that is not understood. Your right upon me is to explain. But if you did not pay attention, then it's not too late. You can always go back and pay attention and minimize your distractions, and you will achieve it, inshallah. If you are seeing this for the first time and things get blurred, it is okay. Please, when we jump in the middle of a program, we can easily get confused or be overwhelmed. So I encourage you to start patiently, start from even introduction. It's important to watch the introductory video. The introductory video, which is almost 40 minutes, please give it a time to watch. Make the time to watch it. One of the core elements of learning, not only here, anywhere, is patience. Now, so what's the new thing in this chapter number 9? Comprehensive sounds. The new thing is we are introducing an extension, an example of extended sound to have a comprehensive sounds, because we are going to be doing a whole section of extended sounds or extended extensions of the sounds. All right. So in order for it to be comprehensive, we need to insert what? To insert an extension of sound or extended sound. So what is extended sound? All this while, when we were doing the sounds, we were very precise and we agreed to be sensitive to what we hear and also what we produce in articulation as far as the lessons are concerned. So we have always been saying ba, bi, bu. And I warned against saying ba, bi, bu. And I said that will come in the future. The future is here already. So here, ba, bi, bu, abba, abbi, abbu. We don't say ba to this. We don't say bi to this. We don't say bu to this. All right. So today what we have is as an extension of the sound of fatha to prepare ourselves for the complex ones. So Hamza, this is Hamza. Look at this. The usual Hamza, you will see the the symbol of the Hamza on top of the Alif. Here it is not on top of the Alif. It is before the Alif. And we have learned that Hamza can stand alone with its head only. So over here we have a. When you have Alif after it, then it becomes what? Extension of the vowel. And the same thing applies to any letter for that matter. It must have this stroke of fatha, the stroke above, and then an alif after it. Alif does not connect with Hamza from the back of Hamza, but it connects with any other letter from the back. So we have over here ba, and then we have over here ta, and the same applies to all the letters. If you see alif after a letter with fatha stroke or symbol, then you have to extend it. Here, there's no way you should say a. There's no way you should say ba. There's no way you should say ta. Just like here, there's no way you should say ba. There's no way you should say bi. There's no way you should say bu. Why is it so? Because there is no need to extend here. There is no reason to extend here. And here there is a reason to extend. Since there is a reason to extend, there is no reason to drop that extension. This is where we have to be sensitive to what we hear and what we articulate or pronounce. This is crucial in Quran learning. This is crucial in Quran reading. The presence of extension when there is extension, when there is no extension, changes the word. The absence of extension when there is extension changes the word. And the Quran is the word of Allah. We cannot distort it. In order to preserve it, we have to be focused and understand properly. If you don't understand anything so far, please let me know. All right. So with this example, we are incorporating this extension of fatha sound into everything we have learned, and do part 1, and then tomorrow we do part 2, inshallah ta'ala. So an example will be like this. Here we are not picking from alifun alif because it's all alif. It is all alif, right? Since it is all alif, we are picking up from hamzatun hamza. So how will it look? Hamzatun hamza, a, I, u, a. Now we have this is the addition to the whole thing. Now over here you see the hamza. This the example I gave earlier on. In Quran you will see it like this. In written Arabic and conventional Arabic you will see it like this. When you see it like this, you say When you see like this, it is you may see this in traditional Arabic outside the Quran, but this is more likely than this. But in the Quran, it's always like this. In the Quran, when you see this, it is something else, which we will learn in the future, inshallah. But for now, this is a, i, a, u. a-an, a-an, a-in, a-in, a-un, a-un. This should be straightforward. Since it is straightforward, the only addition is the extension of the sound of fatha. We are going to be reading it together. But before we read it together, let's take the next one. I demonstrate it one more time for in the next slide, which is ba'un, ba, ba, bi, bu, ab, not ab, ba, abba, abbi, abbu, aban, abban, abin, abbin, abun, abbun. Clear? Another thing is, I did mention in the previous episode that nothing we have learned so far has meaning. Most of it is just articulation of letters, combination of letters, just to keep to train our tongue, our mouth, our points of articulation, what have you. However, there are some few words, short ones, that have meaning. So over here, abun has a meaning. Aban, abin, abun. Basically, abun means father, but not abun, not abbu. It is abun. It is abun. It can be abin. It can be aban. All right. So moving on to the next, together. Now we are going to continue practicing together until the end of today's assignment. Bismillah. Bismillah. Ta'un, ta. Hear yourself. I want to hear you. Ta, ti, tu, at, ta, atta, atti, attu, atan, attan, atin, attin, atun, attun. Before we progress, at this point, you should be able, if randomly, to test yourself. You come here and then say, oh, this is atin, this is attin, this is atta, this is ta, this is attu. You should be able to do that, even on your own or someone tests you. If you cannot do that, then I recommend that we start from the beginning again, and then slowly improve and progress and grow, inshallah ta'ala. Moving on. Tha'un, tha, together. Tha, thi, thu, ath, tha, atha, athi, athu, athan, athan, athin, athin, athun, athun. Jimun, jim, ja, ji, ju, aj, together. Ja, ajja, ajji, ajju, ajan, ajjan, ajin, ajjin, ajun, ajjun. Ha'un, ha, ha, hi, hu, ah, ha, aha, ahi, ahu, ahan, ahan, ahin, ahin, ahun, ahun. Kha'un, kha, kha, khi, khu, akh, kha, akha, akhi, akhu, akhan, akhan, akhin, akhin, akhun, akhun. Dalun, dal, da, di, du, ad, da, adda, addi, addu, adan, addan, adin, addin, adun, addun. Zalun, zal, za, zi, zu, az, za, azza, azzi, azzu, azan, azzan, azin, azzin, azun, azzun. This is the end of part 1 of chapter number 9. As always, I leave you in Allah's protection, and I can't emphasize enough, practice, practice, practice. See you in Jannah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
اقرأ وربك الأكرم الذي علم بالقلم علم الإنسان ما لم يعلم